you need to put God first. That is something that God requires in order for us to receive the rest. It is something that also demands some kind of loss or apparent loss, an apparent sacrifice from us. Just like they sacrificed that most valuable oil to the temple, when you put God first, you are also sacrificing a lot of what is best for you and giving it to God at an apparent loss. For example, how many people say that going to church is a waste of time? But many people say, I don't need to go to church. I have things to do at home, or I would like to sleep in, or I'd rather work on Sunday and get double pay, or whatever it is. They don't give their best to God. They don't sacrifice their first oil. Their first oil goes rather to other things. They retain the best. So the best of their effort goes to their job. They give their best to their job. The problem with many people is this, that they mess up their priorities in life. So usually the priority that we learn from God, it goes like this. First, God. Second, as we saw with the oil, the second oil would go where? The family, to the table at home. So first God, second family. How many marriages, how many couples are suffering? Because one or both of them are dividing their attention between the marriage and something else. The marriage is not getting the most. The wife is not getting the most of the husband. The job is. The work is getting the best of the husband. His second oil is going to the work. The wife is lucky if she gets the third, fourth, last oil. In other words, this husband probably, when he doesn't put the first oil in God's hands, he is likely to mess up the priorities in the rest of his life as well. It's like buttoning up a shirt. You get the first button wrong, what happens to the rest? They all go wrong. You end up looking like a clown. Right? Get the first one wrong, the rest goes wrong. You get your priority wrong with God, you make God a side dish, or you only think of God when trouble hits home, you are really in trouble. You are really in trouble. Because your priorities are all wrong. So, husbands give their best to their work, neglect the wife. The wife gives their best to the child, neglects the husband. Children give their best to their friends and to music and to Facebook and neglect their family home, neglect their life with God. In other words, people are all messed up because they have their priorities all wrong. And you start fixing these priorities in your life by understanding the first priority. Okay, my first oil, the best of me goes to God. That has to be more than just words. More than lip service that you pay when somebody asks you, is God important in your life? You say, yes, God is the most important thing in my life. With your words. But you don't add action to those words. And that's a problem.